In this video, we explore how Vivaldi paints pictures in music. The Four Seasons, as everybody knows, are about the changing seasons of the year. And he uses a poem that he had written, a sonnet, which is no great loss for literature, but it's very useful for him to depict exactly the lines of the poem in his music. This is something that he takes from German composers, Austro-German composers, Bieber, Schmelzer, etc., have done these kind of things in the 17th century. Whether Vivaldi knew their music or not, we're not sure. But it was in the air to depict pictures in extra musical elements in sound. So, for example, in the winter, first movement, the instruments start to shiver, and they start to shiver in the following way. There is 8 notes written in the music, and each one of them has a trill written above it. So it goes like this. This can be done in a number of ways, of course. You can play it just like a little mordent. Or you can play it what we call sul ponticello, which is near the bridge, this little bit here, which gives kind of very icy sound. Which makes it sound like as if you were shivering in a very cold winter day on some icy landscape. You can also do a trick, which is not to stop the trill, but go on trilling with your left hand and just stop the bow, which goes like this. To make it even more effective. And the other element that you can add is not to do whole note trills, so not, but half note trills. And when you build that up with all the instruments doing it one after the other, as Vivaldi writes, starting with the cellos, violas, seconds and firsts, you get a real shivery landscape. In autumn, he, of course, depicts the harvest of the grapes and the unfortunate or fortunate consequences of that, which is that people get drunk. And there is a drunkard staggering about in the in the first movement of autumn, in a quite suggestive way. So he starts by being argumentative. Yes, and then he starts staggering about, falling down. I mentioned this passage in one of the previous videos that you have seen. Having done that, he starts getting up. He tries to get up, but he falls down again. And having fallen down, he tries to get up and get a little bit verbose again, but he doesn't at all succeed because he keeps falling down. It goes like this. And then he's had enough and he gets really violent. And so on and so forth. So you can really see the man doing what people do in the pub when they had a few too many pints to drink in the music. And it goes picture after picture after picture, and it's very, very suggestively done. So there's no doubt that this is what the music says.